Table Talk is now in session. Now in session. Now in session.
Listen.
Welcome to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice. This is 2026. We're getting into our, I should say, second show. And I want to welcome my special guest. It's been how long? I was thinking about it on my way here, and I was like, you came on when I just started my show on my own, and I think it's been like just a while.
Time.
It really does. I've had my show for 6 years already. I even looking at it, I was like, that's really long, unless it's 2 years ago, but it seemed like it was just yesterday.
No, it seemed like it was just yesterday, actually.
It really does. It really does. All right. So everyone, I would like to welcome you to my show. I would like to welcome my special guest. I interviewed him some time ago, and that's what we're talking about now. It's like, it just seemed like it was yesterday. So Kirz, I want to welcome you to my show. Please introduce yourself to my guests for the ones who didn't see the first show. Just to let them know where you are and just a small introduction.
Okay. So what up, people? Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Kirz. I'm a Nigerian reggae dancehall artist. Okay, and I currently reside in Brazil. Yeah, and that's just me.
Oh, you're in Brazil now?
Yeah, no, I was in Brazil the last time we had the interview.
Really?
Yeah, I'm still in Brazil.
Oh my God. Wow. All right. So how have you been? I mean, I have so many questions, but I just want to know, what is going on presently and what are a couple of the projects, like current projects that you're working on before we jump into, you in itself.
Okay. Everything has been going fine. I got signed, I think that was 2 years ago by Manatee Records, and they're in Chicago, United States. And it was just me trying to reach out to him during the Corona period. Okay. And then he replied like 2 years ago. Yeah, he replied 2 years ago. And he said, and that's how we started working. It started up like a distribution deal, and then it just went on to the full package. So
okay,
I'm good, and I released my first single with them, Gold Digger. We released the second one, the Gold Digger remix, and then we have the album, the international album. And so far, so good. It's been fine. Everything has been going smoothly. It's an improvement for me.
Yeah, that's perfect. As you said that, right? I don't know if you know a lot of soca artists or how the soca industry goes, right? A lot of people complain that soca is not getting to where reggae is, hip hop is. Could you kind of like enlighten me of how do you get recognized, right, as an artist within 2 years and get signed? A lot of people tend to wonder. I mean, you definitely have to have talent, right? First and foremost. But people say, what did they say? It's like reggae gets through really fast. And then other genres just surpass soca. So what do you see that soca is not doing, if you know?
To be honest with you, when I hear soca, it's just within the Caribbean. And maybe if you're hearing it in the United States or somewhere else, it's either somebody who knows soca. So whoever is playing soca, soca, not soca, right? Soca. What similarities? So whoever is playing that genre of music, you just know that, they're from the Caribbean. So it's just within a community. But I see they're trying to export it and they bring it all out. It's not really easy to, but it just has to be someone, an artist who's gonna champion that and make it, make it relatable. Yeah, maybe in terms of the storytelling and the music, because most people outside of the Caribbean might not relate yet, because it's more like a jamboree kind of, you understand, the carnival thing. And maybe people when it's played at carnivals in different countries, people can relate because that's it. But in making it recognized by everybody, and everybody plays the music, and everybody wants to, sample or do that kind of genre of music, it just means pushing out the music. I think it's more promotion, exporting it beyond the Caribbean. Because what I see is I've worked on a soca beat before, and it was produced by my producer. He's in the Caribbean, St. Vincent and Grenadine.
Okay.
So he produced the soca song. And he has also produced a lot of artists who are in the Caribbean. They do soca. So you see that it's just in the Caribbean, except when people recognize it and is now outside. So it just needs more exposure and relatable lyrics apart from the normal jamboree.
Yeah. I think you have a point there. You have a point there about the relatable lyrics, because you always find, even myself, right? I was born into soca, but I enjoy other genres of music. I enjoyed reggae when I was a kid, because soca was more political back then. It's a lot about politics, and you had to know about the politics in order to understand it, just like hip hop.
Yes.
If you don't understand what you're speaking about, then you'll get lost in translation when they say certain words, right? So I kind of get what you're saying in that regard, but a lot of people are saying they want them to stick within the genre, and we can't do that if we wanted to expand,
Just like, because I saw the last soca feature with Davido. I think I've forgotten the artist's name, but Davido jumped on the song.
With Marshall Montano.
Yeah, I think that's the guy.
Yeah.
But after that post, I didn't hear any other thing. To be honest with you, up until now, I haven't heard anything. That was the first and last time I heard about that song.
Really?
Really. So that's why it might just be in just like the Caribbean community thing. That just it. And I think Davido was trying to tap into the market, or the artist was trying to tap into the Afrobeat market, talking about exporting the sound.
Yeah.
But they need a whole lot of promotion.
Yeah.
But they already have it. They have David. If you could get Davido on it, you have a whole lot of promotion. But you still have to. To be honest with you, it's a whole lot of work.
It is. It sure is, because I mean, the thing about soca too is trying to please your people and the outside world, right? And we have one person, let's say for instance, Young Brother, right? Brother, how we pronounce it. He did a song because he forgot out someone's flag. He was bashed for it, right? I think it was Guyana. It might have been Guyana that he left out, one of the countries. Okay. Then he didn't use his original dancer. He had used someone else's dancer. So that in itself, you know what I mean? So I don't know, within the genre that you sing, do you get any pushback from Afrobeats or anything that you do in reference to the songs that you sing?
The thing is, in Nigeria as a country, the reggae dancehall, idea, it's just a little bit, it's more or less laid back. People don't see it as a sound that, a Nigerian can do this. Not saying that nobody can do it, but it's like it's risky. Because most record labels might not want to sign you. Even if they do sign you, in the long run, you would end up switching to doing the full Afrobeat.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had the same issue with a record label I was to be signed to. My uncle just took me to the place, and then the guy was just talking like, yeah, Kirz, what do you think about doing focusing on other sound? And just listening to him, I just lost interest.
Because he wanted you to do what he wanted.
Yeah, he wanted me to do what he wanted.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he didn't know, where I've come from, what I have, done. Because I started up as a backup artist. Being a backup artist and a songwriter, you have to do all type of genre of music.
Yes.
I started with rock, high life, and the thing is, Afrobeat, it's kind of limiting the African music, because Afrobeat is not, because just like you have the Caribbean music.
Yeah.
When you have the Caribbean music, you break it down, you have reggae, dancehall, soca, you have all that type of subgenres. But in Afrobeat, you have subgenres that are up to 1 million, because a whole lot of African countries are put in one box called Afrobeat.
But that's like soca. That's almost like soca, because soca has so many Caribbean countries, and then I think there's only one of them who says their music is not soca, right? But every other, the only way we distinguish it is because of each island. We would probably say Guyanese soca, this soca, Trinidad soca, but most people try to put it in one bracket.
Bracket. So just to say, so most people just feel like, oh, you're doing reggae, you're doing quote unquote doing reggae as a Nigerian artist. You're like, why don't you just try to be more Nigerian and stick to Afrobeat? But the thing is, in talking about being unique in Nigeria, because there's a concentration of so much artists doing almost similar things. And then with all that people in there, how do you want to sound different?
True.
How do you want to? Because I realized that while doing all genres of music, I've done rock, done high life as a genre of music in Afrobeat or in Nigeria called high life. And then I've done R&B. I've done, at a point when I started, I thought I was going to be singing blues.
Really?
Really? And I said, reggae was just like, it's something I love. It's a sound I love. I love this. But because of where I am from, you're skeptical. You're like, if I'm doing this, who's going to listen to it? Because I was just, in my mind, limited to just Nigeria. And then now, Afrobeat is to the world now. Everybody all around the world. The market is not just Nigeria alone. It's the whole world.
The whole world doing Afrobeat, yes, which is true. Yeah.
So now, when I started doing the reggae dancehall thing, it was after I did a contest, I think it's 2017, with the Beat Killer contest. And that's when I went to Doc Dev, and I told him, I'm having a problem trying to be unique. I'm sounding like someone else, because I was sounding like a Nigerian legend called Two-Face. He did the song African Queen. So I was sounding like him then. So I had to pause singing and just stick to backup, because I'll have people always say, oh, you're fake. You have to sound yourself. So when I went for the contest, I talked to him and he said, okay, just freestyle. And I was freestyling different. He played me different type of beat. I was freestyling. He said, no, not that one. And then they said, there's something inside that you're skeptical about. There's one sound inside that you're skeptical about. Just give me that sound. And then when I started doing patois dancehall, he said, that's it. And that's how we recorded Bad Condition.
So what do you call it? Patois? Dance?
Patois. The patois, the dancehall vibe. So that's the day we recorded the song Bad Condition.
Okay.
So Bad Condition is the first dancehall or patois singing song I will ever do.
That's interesting.
That's the
This
first.
is the first time I've heard someone actually say that. Because in Trinidad we would say that we know patois, right?
Mhm.
But it's not something that we speak on a daily basis, you know?
Yeah.
So for you to say a genre of music that's patois dancehall is interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how I started doing it, and then I started evolving, listening to. I started listening to Cranium. I started. No, normally I was just listening to songs. I could listen to reggae, but now this is what I wanted to do. So I was listening extensively to more of this kind of music to try and involve and clean up myself and make myself better. And over the years, yes, I've evolved. I
Yeah,
now
yeah.
know my sound. I
You can
know
hear it.
yes, I know my signatures now. So when someone hears something on a song, it's okay, that's Kirz. So
Yeah, you hear the distinct sound because when I listen to you, I mean, of course, you have your own vocal cords.
yeah,
You have your own way that you sound, certain things that you would say, and you would know, that's you, you know? That's really interesting. But as you said, you were saying that you listen to, certain reggae artists. Are their songs are coined the same way yours is? Is anybody singing the same thing that you're singing, the patois dance hall? Or you just
what
fused it to
I just used the patois singing to
okay.
try and bring out whatever I'm singing.
Okay.
Yes, the only unique thing is he's Nigerian, he's singing in patois.
Mm.
It could be on
Uh,
an Afro dance, or it could be on an Afro beat. You
okay.
always catch him singing in patois.
That's like soca almost. But
Yeah,
it's just that we don't call it patois, we just call it soca. But we
yeah,
speak our own accent, our own language. And then
yeah,
some things we speak proper English just to let people understand. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you try to tone it down, sing or speak in proper English so that people could understand. But you
Mm.
could also go back so they know that okay, this is who it is. So
True,
that
true.
so that just
Oh,
it.
wow. All right. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna revert to the questions that I had. I just wanted to get that differentiate that because we always it's an ongoing conversation with soca, and the next thing too, record labels makes a big difference. People are saying we don't have any record labels in Trinidad, as opposed to what they have in America or other countries.
Okay.
So that in itself, the record label you're with, they are located where?
Okay. They're located in the United States, but he's from Belize.
Oh, okay, okay. Hmm.
He's from Belize.
All
But
right. Nice. All right. So in just for people who are listening to get a gist of what you have. So in Nigeria, do they have record labels or do they just have producers and
sure, they have record labels. They have major record labels like the Maven Records, owned by Don
Mm.
Jazzy, have artists like the biggest artists like Rema, Ira Star.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is that is the number one record label in Nigeria because that's the record label that takes you from scratch, builds you. They have like a school. They school you
Mhm.
for like 6 months or 8 months before they unleash you.
Okay.
So that's like the official number one record label. And then we have the one DMW by Davido. And we have lots of record labels. And some of them could be management.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them could be management. And then for management, they have a bunch of people who are sponsors. And then they have one artist and then he blows up or she blows up. And then they start having other artists. Starts like as a management. Sometimes it starts as is management slash record label. That's when they have a
Okay.
big artist. When they're
Okay.
working with blows up, it turns into a record label. But the
Okay.
number one record label we have, it's Maven Records.
Okay. I think that's what Trinidad is missing. I think that's what well, part of what they're missing, in reference to that. So I'm just asking those questions because I always have upcoming artists who, you know, they rely on the DJs in order to put them out there, or they rely on maybe if they're not managed by someone, it's always a friend, or it's not, I mean, I don't want to say it's not professional, but I think business wise, there's a lot of growth that needs to be done. Even though we're the mecca for soca, there's a lot of, growth that we need there.
Everybody faces that kind of challenge because
Yeah.
once you're a rising artist or up and coming artist, you don't have anyone to look up to help you out because it's a whole lot of funding right now.
Mm.
It's a whole lot of funding. If you want to even run the TikTok virals where you have people making videos, pay influencers, it's a whole lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you have rising artists, trying, working at a job, and then when the salary comes, it splits it into two, and then funds the music, and it's not enough, and then some influencer is telling you he needs $500
Hmm.
to do one video for you. Really?
And it's just what? It's just like 3 minutes, if so much. Or less recorded than that.
3 minutes? He's just doing 45 seconds. 45, maximum 1 minute.
Yeah.
Even if it's not even up to 1 minute, it's 59 seconds, point two.
No, but you know what? As a videographer, because I've done videos, right? And in order to get that content, I guess it's a lot of recording time. And then depending on what you want to shoot, if it's just a still shoot where you're just in one room and you're doing certain things, it might probably take up to an hour if you want. So,
But
yeah.
yeah, to be honest, it's not a still shoot. It is a still shoot, just one take with their iPhone, and then they do something like they just vibe to your song. They don't even sing along. They just vibe to it. Or some of
Yeah.
them can just get a video of them just, grinding to some song and then put your song at the background.
That's why people are dancing out of time sometimes.
Yes. And then from experience, I had the guy, he DM'd me, said, "Oh, I have a song." Actually, some artists get scammed because I got scammed too. Yeah. Some guy DM'd me on Instagram. He's a content creator. He had lots of videos, people following, and then he said he sent me a video clip with the song. He did not, like, he just made the video and he put, Kirz, title of song, Gold Digger. Put all those aesthetics and then in and out, and then he just made it for like, I think 6 or 7 seconds, and then just to show me. And I was like, okay, you already did the video, okay? So just send me the full video.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I already sent you the short one, so you just send me the money. To me, I was like, okay, it's just the money, Abby. He just sent the money. And to be honest with you, he never contacted me. He never sent me the video. I chatted him on WhatsApp. He blocked me. He doesn't reply. I was just laughing. I was like, this guy doesn't know shit. And then, to be honest with you, and then I had to just DM other artists that were following him and commenting and tell them, this guy is a scam. You have to be careful, beware about him. And then they said, oh yeah, he also did the same thing to one of them, a few of them, and then the other one said, oh, he kind of got the vibe that he was doing that. Someone also texted him. I said, just be careful because this guy is a scam. So most artists fall for that kind of thing. Just imagine an artist putting all his money in that kind of investment to get it, and it doesn't come true.
Oh no.
So you see, it's a whole lot. And then some influencers, so-called big influencers, you tell them do a content for you, and they totally do something abstract, like has no relationship with the song. And then when you tell them, has no correlation with the song. And they said they already did it. And the worst part, they will post it. They post it and tag you. And the thing is, they always ask for you to pay them so that they can do the job. Yeah. So you pay them, they do the job. No cross-checking, no proofreading or checking if it is okay, does it tally, and then I pay you the final balance. No. They just post it and they tell you they've done the job.
And you have to pay them.
You already paid because you have to pay before they do it.
Before, oh no.
You have to pay before they do it. And that's the thing with these big influencers. They tell you. And then the worst part is when they do it for big celebrities, the celebrities don't care about them.
Yeah, true. It's true.
Don't care about them. Because it's the upcoming artists that fund those videos. The monies they get from the upcoming artists, that's what they put in to make a video for your super, super big artist. And then if the super big artist likes the video, then they can accept their collaboration. And that's how they get famous.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because they don't really get paid for that when they yeah.
It's free. It's free because they know that the song is trending and they want the big artists to accept the collaboration on Instagram.
Yeah.
Or repost on TikTok. Yep. And that's how they get the viral moment. And then they start charging an arm and a leg from upcoming artists.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So since it's been a while and, now, I mean, of course, I have other listeners that are here and I want them to get to know you a little bit more in depth, right? Okay. So growing up in Lagos, what sounds were you constantly playing around you?
Okay. In Lagos, let's start with the whole idea of music. It was just my dad playing songs early, like every Nigerian home, especially from the Igbo home. You always have your parents playing music as early as 6 a.m., 7 a.m. from the beginning. Maybe worship songs or, any kind of music. My dad was just playing reggae and most importantly, Lucky Dube, because I think we as Africans could relate more with Lucky Dube. And I think as at then, the Bob Marley distribution thing didn't really get much to Africa until later on. So the only reggae artist we saw was Lucky Dube. That's for the English-speaking countries, but they also have other some other reggae artists in some other countries that speak French, but I didn't know them. But I know Lucky. So he was playing these songs as early in the morning. So before I go to school, I'll just, wake up a little bit. He plays it on Saturdays, so I'll be asleep and then wake up. I'm listening to this song, and then I don't wake up because I just want to digest the songs. And that's how I just keeping all these melodies in my head. Yeah, reggae, high life, all type of music. Specifically reggae and high life, because as an Igbo person, the high life is more like major music in the eastern part of Nigeria. So they play more of the high life. It's more like a live music and just have one particular person singing and, calling a bunch of rich people's names and singing about life and singing about enjoyment, happiness.
That's like soca.
Yeah, okay. So that's it. And that's how I just started listening. And then when we're watching movies, my dad will always ask me who did the soundtrack at the end of every movie.
So you'd know.
I had to know. Then we're watching Nigerian movies, and then he always asks me, who did the soundtrack? Who did the soundtrack? So before the movie starts, I would have to know. And I'm going to check the credits because we watch a movie as a family. So once I get the movie, maybe we bought it or something, I just had to go through the credits and know who did the song. And then over time, I didn't have to.
You knew.
I didn't have to just look at who did it. From the sound, the vocals, I already knew.
That's nice. That's teaching you musical history right there. indirectly, you're not even knowing that
Yeah.
that's what he's doing, and that's good. Yeah.
I don't know if because I had the same interview with someone and she was telling me, "Are you sure your dad didn't do music and then he didn't succeed with it?" I'm like, that's a conversation we haven't had because he doesn't really buy the idea of music. He didn't support it,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yes, he didn't support it, and that was more reason I left home and I went to live in the studio because he
So,
didn't support.
okay, so wait. So he loved music, but he didn't want you to get into music, even though he taught you about music?
That, that's the irony.
That's interesting. Well, I
That's
mean,
the
you know what? I could kind of understand it in a way. I mean, it's educating about music. That's understandable.
yeah,
But I know most Caribbean, I'm sure, well, I know people from Kenya, right?
yeah,
And I know them all about education, all about education. And
yes,
if you're not a lawyer, a doctor, or something,
that's true.
that's what they want you to be. But music is still a part of them, not meaning that they want you to be a musician or
They don't want. He doesn't want. He just wants us to be the major, professions. Be a doctor, be a pharmacist, be a
Mhm.
nurse, and then he had all that plan. And then I'm just the black sheep that said nope. I said I'm not doing that one.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, he got a piano.
Mm.
No, not really a piano. It's not like it's a keyboard. So he got a
Hmm.
keyboard. He brought it home. I don't know where he got it from. I think he bought it, and then he taught me how to play some keys. Taught me how to play some keys just one day, and
Uh-huh.
then years after, I would because the keyboard would just be there, dusty, rusty. Nobody's using it. Nobody's playing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I started going to, I think it's a music school, like for like a month. I went. They were having promotions. So I just went there to see what it is to learn how to play the keyboard. And then
Hmm.
I would bring out the keyboard, dust it, and then I was playing, learning, do, re, mi, fa, sol. And then
Yeah,
he
the
walked in.
basics. Yeah.
He walked in. Hell broke loose.
What?
He said, I don't want you to play. So I don't know. Maybe when you see him, you ask him.
Maybe because it's like, why teach you piano, then don't want you to play? Why teach you music, then don't want you to play? I don't get it. Or
That's
he never said anything like, I want you to learn your books more.
He
That
said that. He just said, go read your books. Go read your
uh,
books. And the thing is that he actually has a relationship. I think he was close to this famous high life musician in Nigeria. He's from the East. So my dad is from the East as well. So he knows their family.
mm,
He was one day talking to his son, the
mm.
the famous musician's son. And then he was, I like, you're close to these guys, and then you don't want me to sing. Oh.
Maybe it's a
So
love-hate thing where you have to ask him one day. I
I,
mean,
I, I just have to ask him. But recently, he just called me. I think it was when they played my song at Davido's after party, and he
uh-huh.
saw the post, and then he was like, "Hey, how is music?" I was like, "What?"
Oh wow. That's interesting because I watched an interview with Davido, and now you'll have your interview to show so people would know. But Davido was saying his dad never liked him being in music at all.
Yeah.
He said he used to run away. He was in college. Were you like in school then and stuff like that?
Then I finished high school, so I
Or
was
you had
pretty much
finished
yeah.
at
I
a
was pretty
later?
much
Yeah. So
yeah.
so he was saying, just to summarize, that he would run away from school. I think one time the dad had cops come and pick him up from wherever he
He
was,
got he got arrested.
and he got arrested because he didn't mind him doing music, I think, but he didn't want him to really be that. He wanted to be something bigger until, which reminded me of what you're saying now. He said until one day he heard his music, and that's when he started to fund him because he didn't realize how good he was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's it. So the thing is, African parents, they don't really fall in love with, support you, especially the fathers. They don't really support you at the initial stage. But when they start hearing, public opinion, or seeing the work, then they begin to come around.
Then they realize,
They realize, I'm proud of my son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
one.
I get it, because in my life, I had things that I liked, right? I liked modeling, I liked singing, all these things. I did all these things. And because of my experience, I let my kids do what they want to do, because I'm like, that's your genetics, right? It's like people want to play soccer. I mean, they played soccer for like 10 years plus and went into college and did that. So I feel like because I was stripped of certain things, sometimes you grow up not knowing what you want to do, because now what you really love was taken away, you know?
That's true.
So yeah. Yeah. If you didn't continue, if you didn't get a chance, some people say, I love cooking and I never did it when I was young. Some people leave their doctor degrees, or they leave from being a doctor or a lawyer, and they are going to cook because that's what they like doing,
Yep.
Later on in life or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just the thing. I just, at that stage, I kind of knew what I wanted, and I just love being in the studio. At the time I was working, I think it was after high school, I was working at a place. And then, fortunately or unfortunately, there was a studio downstairs.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. And then I was spending more time in the studio.
Ah.
Yeah. If I had to come downstairs to get something, I'll be in the studio.
In the studio. So
Then
before music consumed you, right?
yeah.
What was your future looking like besides music?
Uh,
What would you have wanted to be if it wasn't music? That's
to be honest,
two-part question.
yeah, okay. My future was just looking like it was blank, because at that point, I I just my parents were not well to do, and I wanted to help. So I wanted to know what kind of profession I could do to be able to earn a lot of money. So I had, I went to my teachers to get, career counseling, to know, what kind of course I could do, to end up in a good profession. And then obviously they could tell you, be a banker, be this, be that.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, yes, I'm going to be a banker, because I think, maybe working in the bank, that's where the money is. So, but I just knew that I just wanted to help my family. So whatever it is I could do, I would do. I didn't know what to do. But when I started music, it was just a group of friends who had somebody missing one of their partners was sick, and then they wanted me to fill in for some time. And then I was just there. My guy was like, "Oh, you sing in the bathroom all the time. You sing, so just come and do it in the studio. Let's know what we're gonna do." And then I joined the group. We're three, and then we started recording. I started with rock music. We're doing Christian music then. So we started with rock music. So I started writing most of the songs. And then after, when the guy came back, there was no space.
Oh no, you were kicked out?
No, when he came back, why there was no space.
Oh, space for him.
There's no space for him. I already feel that. I was writing all the songs. I was doing most times my friend who's the rapper, he wasn't available. I would take the rap verse.
Yeah.
So I was almost doing everything. I was just understudying, doing the backups. And then in the studio we were working then, most of the artists in the studio, I did all their backups. I did all the backups. So
and you didn't have vocal training?
I didn't have vocal training. It started with, at the point I didn't know what was falsetto. I didn't know what that was, but I was doing it.
Mm.
I didn't know what it was called. But he said, just do the backups. All I just need, I'll just do high notes, do mid notes, then the lower range, which could be like a bass or a monotone. And then that was it. But when you say, hey, do soprano, I was like, what is soprano? But you did it now. What's the tenor one? But you just did it now. So what is it? I don't know the terms, but I could do it. Do the falsetto. I don't know what it is, but I could do it. Until the producer was like, this is the falsetto. And like, oh, this one I did say yes. So that's how I started learning.
Sometimes that's the best teachers, I think, because you get it right away, you know? Yeah.
Just being there in the studio, I was backing up for everybody. Not paid, just for fun. Just for fun, just fun. And then sometimes I could go around the studios in my area, trying to search for studios to record at. I'll just find a studio, sit there with the producer. The producer is making a song, maybe mixing, or somebody is recording. I'll just be homing some backups. And when the producer likes it, he'll like, go and record it. And that's how I voice. What I just wanted to do was just hear my voice on the mix.
Okay. So you would go around and record.
Yeah, I'll go around to find studios where I could, learn, or, just be there. The producer is recording somebody or mixing, and then I'll be homing or doing a little bit backup, behind him. And then if he likes it, he'll be like, go and do that thing in the vocal booth. And that's how my voice will be on the song. I have lots of artists I've done backup for that I don't even know their names.
Really? But I mean, that is so interesting, because I mean, in order to go nowadays, in order to find a studio, some studios, it's like you don't know that it's a studio or where it is, or so for you to, I mean, I guess in our own country it's different from here.
Okay.
So you might probably know. How did you find them? How were you able to find the studios?
Sometimes the studios were just right there in front of you.
Okay.
Or sometimes they'll be in someone's bedroom, in someone's house. So it would just be me walking around and said, yeah, is there a music studio around here? So it would just be the people around that would know, oh, I think, and then maybe I could just coincidentally talk to somebody who's an artist, and then says, oh, there's a studio I worked in the street.
Nice.
And that's how I get there, and then I meet the producer, and we're like, and the producer was just thinking that, oh, you want to work, make, you want to give him jobs. But me, I'm just here to listen to songs, and that's all. Me, and you have no money to pay anybody, so I was just doing free backup for people. Sometimes I write songs, and I don't even know the artists. They take the songs. I don't know what they do with it. I don't know.
So at what point did you start getting paid? Like, was there a particular person who recognized you to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to pay you money for this and give you a big break or something. Did that ever happen?
The time I started getting paid was when I started doing the patois dancehall.
Oh, then.
That's when I started doing it. And then there was a guy, a DJ guy, a friend of mine. He's from Haiti. So I met him online on Instagram. So that's when I released Bad Condition, because Bad Condition was a song that exposed me or made me notice that, it's not just within my country I could, have fans.
Yeah.
So, and then he's a DJ, so he started playing it in Haiti. He was playing it at the clubs, everywhere. People were vibing to it. He was sending me videos. And then my friends were like, well, it's like a popular in Haiti. I'm like, well, I don't know. And then I got one of the famous artist's song. I just put my verse. It was an interlude. She had a verse, and then more like something like a second verse, she just put an interlude. So I punched my verse in there. Fortunately, I sent it to one of the producers that worked in the same studio, that she recorded.
Mm.
So the guy now that I sent it to is the one who produced my song titled International.
Ah.
So he was the one who sent it to the main producer and then sent it to her.
Mm.
So they listened to it, she liked it, she followed me on Instagram. Years later, she was like, let's do a collabo. I recorded, sent it to her. You know how people are. They'll just push her around. At the end of the day, nothing else. So I put the song on my album, and that's Rewind.
Uh-huh. Nice. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Put the song on the album, and that's Rewind. So I just had to add my second verse to it, and that was all. So it's just being work, trying to put. Basically, I would say social media really helped.
It does, especially now. Especially now, it really helps. I mean, talking about social media, as you said that, because of social media, that's how I met him. You know,
Yeah.
I was on a platform, and I haven't really gone back to that platform. It's just there. But he messaged me, and then we just started talking, and then I told him where I was at, and then we started following each other on Instagram,
Yeah.
and we just stayed in touch. It's just super amazing. But
That's
social
good.
media right now, especially TikTok, I've met friends on Facebook. We're still good friends now. Well, one or two people, because nowadays you don't know who is who, and then you have some people who are disguising as your own friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
especially now we have AI.
exactly. Oh my God. I mean, I wouldn't say a love-hate relationship, but with AI, but how they say is like, work with it because it'll work for you.
Yeah.
And if you're a singer, songwriter, if you do voiceovers, even for production, I mean, it's cutting into a lot of people's art, right?
Yeah.
It's cutting out production, it's cutting out singers, it's getting into, let's say you're a singer, some people are doing it with the total AI. You don't even need a producer anymore, but still, you still need some human input. So I think it's great, just like how we had beepers and now we have cell phones, right? If you don't know these things, then it wouldn't work for you, you know?
Just have to know how to use it to work for you. Yeah. Most people use it to get ideas. Like sometimes you might just be in that blank zone.
Yes.
And you just need, or maybe you just have melodies and you don't have lyrics. And then that helps you, it's like refreshes you with a whole lot of ideas, and then
Yeah.
it might just spark something and then you start developing. So that's what I feel it should help you do. Not like you just verbatim take what AI gives you and you just throw it
True.
at us.
Yes, that's what a producer friend of mine told me. He was like, Nick, it's good because when I was telling him stuff, he was like, I've been there, I've used it, but I don't want to use it completely because then you kind of like forget how to do your own production when you lean on this thing. Writing skills, you end up leaning on it so much that you don't want to write. I've seen people who did a whole radio program and programs in reference to that, but at the same time, people's done how should I say, they built their own AI now.
Yeah.
So I could say this is AI Nikki, and everything that I know I put in there, and if people want to know what I know, they subscribe to it. Being a songwriter, backup artist, and engineer gives you a 360 view of music. How did that prepare you for independence? I know you had explained some things before, but just summarize it. Like how did that experience, right, bring you to be independent like how you are now?
Well, it helps. it helped me. It has helped me, still helping me, because learning how to write your own songs, doing your own backups. Like on the album, all the backups were by me, even the choir ones and everything. It's just me in my room, my studio, just me there and recording all those voices, takes.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's me.
You
So
did your own backup and all everything. Nobody else did it for you.
nobody, because I'm here in Brazil, nobody speaks English like I do. So, so I would have, okay, they don't speak English like I do. So how am I going to teach them patois?
True, true.
So at the end of the day, if I want to do the backups, I want to do it for myself. And just like the new song I have with Black Hero. So when he recorded his verse, his part, he sent it back to me, and then I did like this choir backup and everything in it. I just had to do it by myself because there's nobody else to do it. So that's just it. So being an engineer, learning how to balance vocals, backup artists, songwriter, this has helped me, be independent, be
Okay.
myself. Just like in the making of the album, it was just me in my room. Just me in my room, recording, doing all those backups, and then writing all the songs, and then mixing the vocals, and then I had to send it to my engineer. And to be honest, while we had just 4 days to do the mix, because 4 days to do the mix. We already had 2 songs mixed into Gold Digger and the Gold Digger remix. So we just had 8 more songs to mix and master in 4 days. So at a point, my engineer, because he's in Nigeria, so we're doing online Zoom conversation. And then he will be mixing. At a point, the system was hanging. Couldn't hear what was playing.
That's what I was wondering, because I know with music it lags when the airwaves. Yeah. So I'm like, how do you do that?
So it was lagging. He didn't even hear anything. So he just like, yes, I'm gonna export this thing, and then I'll send it to you. You just use your ears and listen to the mix. And then you tell me where we have a problem. So if I didn't have the background knowledge of, vocals, waves, because he was the one who taught me. I was just in the studio, like I left home, be in the studio, and then he was like, yes, you just have to learn how to record yourself. You record at night and I have to sleep, So that's how I started learning how to record myself and balance vocals.
So the
now,
production.
the production will be made by someone else. I don't produce. I just do vocals, record, balance the vocals, and then the final mix will be done by the engineer.
Okay, because that's what I wanted to know. When you say you do production and stuff, that's why I wanted to know if when did you learn how to do production? Like, is it the basics that you do?
But I don't make beats. I don't make beats. All I do is I work with Cubase because it's friendly. And so that's what my engineer, that's my friend, that's what he started using, and that's what he was using at the time I was learning. So he taught me how to use that. And then, so he started giving me presets. Like, okay, this is the preset, this is for your vocals. Just load it, and tweak it. If you think it's not okay, tweak it. Tweak the EQ depending on the sound, on how you record, your mic positioning, how to make sure that you don't have noise, close up everywhere, at the end of the day. So all that knowledge was, put in to use when I was recording this album. It was just me, and I just had to know, okay, this song is okay. This vocal is nice, is good. This is a good vocal. And then I sent it to him. And then when we had the lagging issue with the vocals, he couldn't hear anything. So I had to do the whole thing. I was like, okay, this vocal is bad here. I think it's moved 1 second forward. So it's too early. So just control left and push it backward. So I told him I had to go from 0.11 to 0.13. That's where the vocal is having a problem. So what he would do, he would just go to it off the effects and go there and push the vocals and do whatever correction. And then he would export because he couldn't hear it and then send to me to listen.
To listen. So you would know, oh my goodness. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's easier if somebody sends it to you so you would hear it in real time. But it's always a back and forth because that's a lot of tweaking to send back and forth. Unless you're using, I mean, through Zoom, I think you can share, but at the same time, I guess you still don't hear it in real time, right? If you're sharing in Zoom.
You don't really hear it. And coming from his system, it was already, even if he played it, he would have to turn off all the effects for me to hear the vocals. If not, it would just be lagging. So he just had to, and sometimes we switch to WhatsApp. We'll be on video call. I'll be on my laptop. He will send the file. He will send it by Cubase. You just had to zip the file, send it to me on Cubase, and I can just directly open and continue from wherever he stopped.
Okay.
So I didn't have to send stems to him, because if you're sending stems without effects, and he had to fix it, and so we just sent the file to him. He send it back to me. I work on it. Send it back to him. He continues.
That's night and day work.
8 songs, and I told him he just moved into his new apartment, his new studio. So so International was the first album to come out of that new apartment. So I told him, bro, just shut down. You're not working with anybody. We're working for just 4 days, you and I. And I was like, so I just like that I work with him. He understands me, he understands my sound. If I tell him, because actually he's a producer and he's an engineer. So when you say he's producing, his production name is Nitro Beat. And then when mixing, he's professional mix.
Okay. So he has his house, just like how I have Nikki G Media, and then I have
So, but when you don't know, you think they're both different people. Nitro is the same thing with Pro Mix.
Oh my goodness. All right, Ken. You can take us out with any song. Just set it up. Let us know what song it is.
Yeah. And then... So the title of the song is International. So this song is more of a projection of where I want to be as an international artist, where the things I would like to do, how I see my life as an international artist, the rough times being, when people like you, some people like you, some people don't like you, some people want to be in your shoes, the paparazzi and things they do, and, everything, how I want to go to shows and, make a beautiful performance, shut down everywhere, be it Africa, be it Jamaica, be it everywhere. And that just projecting how I would like to see myself. And I just want to, I was just futuristic on that song. So whoever listens to the song can tell where Kirz is going to. So with that song alone, you know who Kirz is, where he's going to, and where he's coming from.
Beautiful.
Okay. And then, okay, me love what me do. Me can never ever stop what me do. Say me stop singing what me fans want do. Me start from the cradle. Years later, see what the boy can do. And say some people, them they envy me. You can't turn on me candle. Every time me I stay with my rifle. I say some people, them I envy me. Say me better than them. Burn the beats, me a killer than them. No marijuana, me higher than them. Too much trouble spending, me higher than them. When me go to Jamaica, me a shut it down. Cincinnati City, me a shut it down. All the way from Nigeria, me a shut it down. Down to Haiti, me a shut it down. When me go to Jamaica, me a shut it down. Cincinnati City, me a shut it down. All around the world, me a shut it down. Say the boy international. Someday me gonna be international. Yeah, again. Say the boy gonna be international. International. Someday me gonna be international. Yeah, again. So.
Awesome, awesome. So we take a short break, we play that song, and we'll be right back with Kaz. This is Nikki G, the voice on Table Talk Show 2026. Keep it locked.
Ooh.
They might see me on the TV. They might see the hours me receiving. Them boys, them say they want be me. The other boys, they might talk bad about me. Eh, them girls say them they feel me. They want take me away from me wifey. Tell the paparazzi me they free me. Every time they might flash me them lighting. Say me better than them. Pandy beat me a killer than them. No marijuana me higher than them. Too much time I spending me higher than them. When me go to Jamaica, me a shut it down. Cincinnati City, me a shut it down. All the way from Nigeria, we a shut it down. Down to Haiti, we a shut it down. When me go to Jamaica, me a shut it down. All over Africa, me a shut it down. Straight to Asia, me a shut it down. All over the world, see me a shut it down.
Yeah, so welcome back to Table Talk Show 2026. I'm super excited because it's like the time just came around 360 in a way. Meaning that, when I first started, I had interviewed Kez, and then now it's like I'm starting a new year and we're like, I got the interview, and I was like really, really happy that it's happening. And I'm starting off the year with an artist. We're getting into Carnival now in Trinidad, and Carnival is gonna be in February, early February. I don't have the dates. But, my other shows, some of it is going to be based on Carnival and things that's going on in Trinidad and all that. So I'm going to try and bring everybody some highlights as I go about. Maybe coming down to the ending of this show, you'll see some highlights in reference to Carnival, where it'll be, where they have pan and all that stuff. What do you think about Carnival?
Well, it's fun. I've been to one before, not the Caribbean one, but I've been to one in one of the states in Nigeria. It was fun, colorful. It was explosive, It was a fun time. I really enjoyed it. So looking forward to, one of the Caribbean carnivals, because I see it online, I see the videos, it's super crazy.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
they try to be a little bit modest in their
Yeah.
dresses, and then they're not care. And girls don't care.
No, but it's different. I mean, the way how it used to be back in the days, you had more material to
Yeah,
say, there was more material. Um, each costume meant something. I mean, now it tells a story, but
yeah,
everything was mainly based on like sailors and robbers and extravagant costumes and so forth. Now, I think they kind of take it a bit from Brazil, where Brazil
yeah.
was doing the thongs and this, that type of stuff. So it evolved, but we still have costumes where it's telling a story. They still have the sailors, they still have the Indian band. But you know how it looks right now. So
I get it because I also read this the Brazilian one. Yes, they also have a storytelling in it.
yeah,
And there's one
yeah.
that went viral when when the devil was flogging Jesus, and that went viral.
Mm.
And then people were saying that because of they did that at the carnival, and then the flood came in Brazil. But it was a story they were trying to tell. It was just a clickbait. They only picked the part where the devil was flogging Jesus or whatever,
Uh,
and they didn't, give the full
the
detail.
full, okay. As we're talking about history, I wanted to find out this from you, right? Um, going back to the, oh gosh, I had it here. Hold a second. Going back to Afrobeats and the history of Afrobeats, right? Do you happen to know when it really started, or just a brief history that you can tell people about?
Well, the thing is, Afrobeat has been there. It's just our music. Like I said, the name Afrobeat is just a new thing, just what the white man or the Americans decide to say, oh, we're putting Africans in this box. This is their. But
okay.
you have lots of countries in Africa, and each country has more than 50 genres of music. So when you start putting everything together, you know that Afrobeat is like it's just one name for so many people. And right now, when you look at the AIs, when you say do an Afrobeat song for me, they tailor it down to Nigerian. They start putting pidgin English. So now it's more like this Afrobeat is Nigerian. But yes, it is Nigerian because the guy who created Afrobeat without the S, because the name, the tag now is Afrobeat. So the guy who created Afrobeat is Nigerian. His name is Fela. And then he infused jazz and the juju music. That's the Nigerian type of music. There's a type of music called the juju music. So it was a fusion of the jazz and that juju music that made, his own Afrobeat. And it was political for him because he was using it, as an activist, talking about, the bad governance. And at most times he got arrested, things like that. And then he was this carefree person. He was just living his life, so much concubines, live performances.
Wow.
And times he was controversial, wearing panties on stage to perform.
Why?
You can Google him. His name is Fela. And they always have, it's Fela. So they always have this celebration done in Nigeria to commemorate, as a remembrance of him.
Okay.
That's just where the Afrobeat without an S is a genre of music created by him. So now, because Fela was a scholar, schooled abroad, and then he started making his music famous. So now, looking back, they said, okay, I think these Nigerians are becoming popular with their music. The one we know better is Afrobeats, which is Fela's music. So I think it's a good name because it's African, because the Afro is African, and then the beats is the music. So let us just put an S and just put them all in a box and say, okay, this is Afrobeat. But that's not really, because you have juju music, you have high life, you have what do you call it? There's all that. They have Makossa from Congo, Benin. That's Afrobeat too.
And then they have, is it Lingala music from Kenya? Does it?
And that is not even on the map, because those ones you can't even say that's Afrobeat because you don't even know. Because a lot of people, when you ask them what is Afrobeat, they just know, oh, Wizkid, Davido.
Yeah.
And then that is the Nigerian. Yes, we understand that. Okay, yes, we created the Afrobeat because of Fela music, Afrobeat. But what the white man knows is, oh, you people are Africans. Afro beats, African beats.
Yeah, so they just put it together. Yeah.
Just put it together. But if you're putting it like that, some people, and then when you say the Afrobeat playlist, songs like Makossa are not there. And then songs like, different type of music. Okay, now you have Amapiano. Piano is not Afrobeat, but it's African music, but it's not Afrobeat. So there's misplacements. So now you can't even, sometimes some songs are not even placed right because of the confusion. Because you're just putting everybody. Okay, now you have the Caribbean music, you have reggae, dance also. Yes, you can say, oh, this is reggae. But now everything is a whole Africa, a whole continent, and you call It's Afrobeat. Just one name.
Because that's what they do to soca. You know what they put soca in? They put soca in, I think it was reggae first. Then they did world music.
Yeah, world
Then
music.
now I don't know what it is. But soca is not soca on on playlists. So they fighting for that now, you know? I mean, world is okay, but you can't call soca reggae, because it's not. Yeah.
You can't, even though most reggae artists also say they are dancehall artists because it's kind of similarities here. But soca is totally different.
It's different.
Totally
different. Yeah. What were your early sacrifices people don't know about? I know you had mentioned some, like going into the studio, looking around for studios and so forth, and making music and not getting paid. Give me a couple more sacrifices, maybe. It could be now, it could have been then, that you've made.
Oh, it's just, sacrifices like I made or I'm making now. Every day is a sacrifice.
True. That is true.
It's a new sacrifice. So if I'm to tell you that every day is a sacrifice, because like if I'm saying, okay, like what I'm investing my own money as well, because if you're waiting for the label, sometimes the budget don't get, but when I make my post, I still have to run ads. I don't have to wait for the label. I still have to put hands, encroach into my own personal fund and run some ads for myself, because I don't have to wait for, it's my music too.
Yeah,
it's know where I want to go to. So I don't always have to wait for the label, to do all those things. So you have to also help yourself.
True. So you're not restricted by them? You're not restricted by the label?
No, I'm not restricted. And that's the thing. It's just like the relationship I have with him. I'm working more directly with him. So it's more like management thing, a label thing. So we could get a co-signing. It doesn't matter. He's open, he's free, he just wants the best for me. So
that's good.
And that we have that understanding. Is more like a father and son conversation when we talk about music.
That's dope.
So we can say the sacrifice I made is just focusing on doing one thing. And then leaving everything behind. Not listening to anybody. And then my life is I'm just on this wagon. I'm just going. I don't care what anybody's saying.
Yeah.
I'm not distracted by, oh, you have a girlfriend. I'm not distracted by girlfriend things. I'm not distracted by anybody. I'm just walking by myself to achieve this dream, because at the end of the day, I'm the only one who sees my dreams.
True.
Other people don't see it. Yes. So it's only me. I can tell you what is in my dream. You can tell me what's in my dream. And I'm the only one who is more passionate about it. So whatever I need to do, I'll do it. I have some of my friends who have, who have died in, in the course of struggle to trying to do music. I have some people who have lost their sense of reasoning by maybe taking to substances because of the pressure in music. Understand? And I see those and guys are super talented. I see them. Some people can be in labels, and then the labels don't push them. And then find it by contract, and then you can't, opt out because you don't have the funds to pay the label for the damages.
That's what that's you've seen that with R&B artists, where some people, they would say they get a penny on a song or something when it's sold, they're not really getting any money, and then the label is saying, well, we finished with you with so many things, are you ready to pay us back? And they tie you up in that sense,
Yeah. like that. I've seen all those things happen. Labels. Some people might just make money and then say, "Oh, I want to open up a label." They don't even understand what it is to own a label. They don't know that you're getting an artist, signing an artist. You're taking somebody's career, somebody's life, and along with that, it's like you're putting his family on the line as well.
Yeah, yeah.
His success is also for his family. And then his family is looking up to him. Just imagine someone tells you, "Oh, I just got signed." Everybody's like, "Oh, in 2, 4, 5, 6 months, we're gonna be making money." That's the assumption. Some people
The assumption, yeah.
start billing you and telling you, "Oh, we want 60,000, we want 20,000, we want 30,000," and then haven't even recouped anything. So it's just the imagination from people. So all these things, and I know that I just want to do this. Whatever it takes, I put in it. Wherever it goes, wherever this vehicle takes me to, I'm going. Because I'm the one who understands what it's like for me. And I've been in situations where I stopped doing music and it felt like I wasn't living.
You felt like what?
I felt like I wasn't living.
Ah.
So it
because
was
it's
just
all about the music and what you want and not ready.
just existing. If you're not doing what you love, you're just existing. It's like you're taking like a day-to-day job. You just go in there. You're not putting in extra creativity. You're just going, working out, doing just a repetitive thing. You're not challenging your brain. But when I'm making music, like when I record a song today, I'm the happiest person. When I record a new song, I'm the happiest person in the world. I can listen to that song like a week.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
I think I listen to my song more than even my fans.
Let me tell you what I do with you saying that. Because with all the commercials that I do and stuff, I radio surf. And I did the commercial. I have it in my computer. I have it on my drive, whatever. Yeah. But I want to hear it on the radio. I want to hear what it sounds like. I want to hear what people might think when, Yeah.
That's the thing.
I get it.
So it's challenging every day. I know the album is out. Everybody, I'm getting good response, from people who I admire, who I look up to, saying this album is great. But with time, it's going to, be bigger than I expect it to be. And it's all promotions, and you already know that it's a whole lot of money. The industry
definitely is.
It's too much finances. You just have to pay this, pay that. But by God's grace, we get there. It's a life thing. I already signed up for it.
It's like you can't turn back. Like I've had those thoughts, and actually that was my next question. Have there been a time where you feel like you want to quit?
Yes. And then that particular time is when I wrote the song. That's the song I told you I featured Black Hero.
Yeah.
He's the Grammy-nominated artist. So, and that song is Stand Up. So if you listen to the song, if you would understand what I'm saying, because I'm literally talking to myself. Stand up for what you believe in. Never give up. So that's just it. And the lyrics is like, they don't see what you see. They don't see your dreams. They don't believe you, but you just have to work and make sure they believe you. So walk, run, crawl until it happens. So at that point in time, I knew I wanted to give up, and it just gave birth to a new song. So just imagine you singing Stand Up, and at the end of the day, you now give up. so what happened? So you released the song called Stand Up, and then you didn't even see to the end of the standing up.
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
that's just it happens every day. Every day I feel like quitting. Sometimes I call my cousin like, bro, I don't know what's happening. I feel like giving up. And like, nah, bro. You already started this thing. You have to finish it. You have no choice. And then in a song like International, you said, if I stop singing, what me fans gonna do? So I'm just putting myself in a tight corner.
Neither here nor there. You still have to continue for the love of it.
Because these people, you're finding new fans every day who's listening to your music, who's loving your music, and then at the end of the day, you just want to cut it short. For what?
Yeah.
So keep doing it, and then consistency at the end of the day should pay off.
True. That is so true. So time is just rolling. I wanted to play a game with you that I usually do with guests. So if you'd like to take us out in a cappella again or introduce the song. I like what you did, and I wanted to do it that way because when you hear somebody talk the song is different because you actually saying what it is so they understand it, instead of guessing what it is about. So you just explained it to us. So if you'd like to take us out with the song that you explained.
Let's do this. Let's do So Many Men.
Okay.
Men. Or I don't know, should we do So Many Men?
Anyone you want to do.
Or we do Tomorrow. I think Tomorrow is nice because it's another song that, it's about sometimes I'm Gemini, so I'm always most times I contemplate like
procrastinate?
overthink things.
Oh.
I'm always overthinking things, and sometimes it sounds like I'm having a conversation with myself, more like, the Gemini is a twin thing.
Yeah. They say that you have two sides.
Yeah. So I'm always having a conversation with myself. I'm like, bro, yeah, you sure this is gonna work tonight? And I'm having like, how is tomorrow gonna be? Because that's just sometimes it's our fear. How is tomorrow gonna be like? What's the assurance for tomorrow? It's gonna be better than today. Yeah, that's uncertainty. You don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring. And then I just wanted to write a song that, that could, people could relate to. And then, like someone said, if you want to know about a good song, is when you write about something and then another person feels the same thing.
Feels it. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're writing about, like now, if you're writing about going to the club and then somebody listens to the song and they want to go to church, that's a bad song.
Because it's not relatable. But the thing is with songs, you're not gonna get everyone. You know what I mean? You might get the person that loves music and they trying to relate, or you might get someone who actually experienced what you're talking about. And then you might probably get somebody who's like, they've never been through it, they don't know what it is, and the lack of interest is there, But you're not gonna get everybody. Like how they say you can't please everybody. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So we start with Tomorrow. Most of the songs are freestyles. So at the end of the day, I still have to go back to learn the lyrics. That's the thing. That's the thing most artists won't tell you. That's the thing most artists won't tell you. They won't tell you that, oh, okay, this song, sometimes they forget the lyrics. But nobody will tell you that. But so we do let's start with the second verse. Oh, tomorrow, whenever you come, hope I will be fine. Holy Father, oh, tomorrow, whenever you come, hope I will be fine. Mama told me that better days are yet to come. But Papa's still waiting for his better days, oh yeah. That's why he's putting all his depressions on me. I run away from home so I can find my peace. Oh no, no, no. Locked up in the studio. Every day I'm freestyling to beats from Nitro, yeah. I lost some of my friends who had good hopes in tomorrow. That's why I never wanna let them down. Anytime when me wake up, I just wanna live and be happy. I just wanna live my life, not be afraid. Whoa, I don't want about tomorrow. I just hope there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Whoa, oh tomorrow, whenever you come, hope I would be fine.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's relatable. Always thinking about tomorrow. Definitely relatable.
You just have to think of that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
definitely. But there's one thing I wanted to say. I know you say you write your songs, and yes, sometimes you wonder, how do people remember all those songs? Some people say they have it up in their head, so it never goes away. But writing, if depending on how many you write, it's like I just wonder, like, don't they fumble sometimes, or you just go back and learn the song over again if time has passed?
If you wrote the song, like you write this song over a period of time, like now you write it today based on EG and experience.
Yeah.
Okay, you write it, you can remember. But when you have the beat and then you listen to it, and then it sparks something in you, because it's faster that way. Because when you write the song without a beat, you create the melody in your head, and then you give it to producer, and then you tell him, oh, this is how I want it to look. It's a little bit more difficult for them trying to recreate what's already in your head. So it takes time. You have to, get like 1, 2, 3, or 4 producers before you're satisfied with what you want. But if you're that, you would already know the lyrics. You already have it in your head. But when you're listening to a beat and then you're just in the zone, you feel it. Like most times I do that. I just get the beat and I'm listening to whatever is playing on the beat, and I might just decide to freestyle. And that's how it just comes out. And then I can just say, oh, I don't like this. I change this, retake, change this. So it's better to have it flow naturally. Like I don't play with my first takes.
Okay.
Because that's how you have the whole emotion. It's in there. The second take can have the emotions, but not like the first take.
True. Because that was your true emotion.
Yeah, it's just natural. It's just the way it's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Rehearse, and but just like if you're having the first take, sometimes you might go, whoa, all those little runs. Those are just the natural things you're doing, trying to express yourself. You understand? And those things are not rehearsed. It's not written. It's just you trying to run the notes as you feel it while listening to the beat. You're doing that, so when you do that, you obviously have to go back to learn your lyrics, because obviously you don't know what you're saying.
Oh my God. All right. So we'll take a short break, a very short break. We'll play the song. We'll come back. We have some questions and we have some games that we're going to get into. Keep it locked to Table Talk Show with Nikki G and my special guest, Kirz.
Yeah. So we're listening to Tomorrow.
Keep it locked.
Every time when I wake up, I just want to live and be happy. I just want to live my life, not be afraid. Oh, I don't worry about tomorrow. I just hope there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, tomorrow. whenever you come. Hope I will be my Holy Father. Oh, tomorrow, whenever you come. Hope I will be fine. Mama told me that better.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to Nikki G the Voice, also listening to Kez music that you just heard. If you want to, go see his music, download his music, Kez, just let them know where they can go in order to get your music. If anybody want to work with you, how could they reach you, your social media handles and so forth?
So my name is Kirz, spelled Kirz. Okay, and you can get my music on all platforms, on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, wherever. Use it for your sound, for your video, whatever you need to do. And if you want to work with me, you can contact me on my Instagram. You can send me a DM or you can send me an email at kezbookings@gmail.com. Whatever you want to do. You can reach out on Instagram, reach out on TikTok. It's the same handle, KIRZ. Or we could do it KIRZ music. The music is spelled MUZIK. So Kez music, KIRZ MUZIK.
Awesome. Very nice. All right, so we're gonna get into our fun games. It's very quick, very spontaneous. Any word that comes to mind, right?
Okay.
You just say it. But this one is a this or that. So you're gonna pick one of them. All right? Okay. Afrobeat or dancehall?
Afrobeat.
Lagos or Jamaica?
Oh God.
My bad.
I haven't been to Jamaica, so I'll pick Lagos.
What?
I haven't been to Jamaica, so I'll pick Lagos.
Oh, okay. Studio vibes or stage adrenaline?
Studio vibes. That's the creation process.
Okay. One artist you need on your track. One artist you'd like to work with.
One artist I would like to work with. I like to work with Wizkid.
Oh,
He
nice.
he has that reggae dancehall origin as well. As a matter of fact, wanted to be a reggae dancehall artist, but the label told him no.
Oh, really?
They said no, he can't be that because he's Nigerian first.
Wow.
You can also see the same reggae dancehall thing with Burna Boy as well. He also does the reggae, the part we're singing too. So
Yeah.
that's origin. But they can't do that because you're first Nigerian. But rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah. I've seen where country western, what did he do? I don't think he's a country western singer, but I think he's hip hop R&B and he sings country western. But I don't know if it, just like they have a couple of artists who did the same thing and they outside their genre of what they like singing type thing,
Just trying to be new, fresh, do something different other than the norm.
Yeah. You should be allowed to do so unless, sometimes people would hear something that you don't hear, so they'll probably be like, nah, you can't sing this because, your vibe or the way that you sing it. Like I say I can't sing soca because I know my vibe is not about soca. My vibe is more about hip hop and R&B or something like that. Not hip hop, but R&B. What I can sing, what my vocal abilities are.
Obviously, your vocal texture you can sing.
Gold Digger remix or original?
Original.
All right. Cool. Okay, so these are personal questions now. Not personal, but we're still in the game segment, right? If heaven had a gate,
yeah,
you're alive, heaven had a gate, and you were able to walk up to that gate, what would you want God to tell you or advise you?
As of now?
Anytime you want to walk up to the gate. Yeah, as of now, yeah. You're able to go and ask him a question, or he's able to advise you. Either one, what would you like from him?
I'll just want him to, show me my part. Show me my part. What I am supposed to do to actually get to where I'm supposed to be at. And forward.
What if he tells you music is not it? And
music
he needs to go preach.
He needs to go preach. Then I think I walked to the wrong gate. Because actually, I already told someone. I said, if God should come down, I said, Kirz, music is not for you. I'm like, God, this one has to be fake. Yeah, go tell the real God to come talk to me because this one is fake.
Oh my God. All right. So if you have to look back at your younger self and give your younger self advice, what advice would you give to yourself?
I would say take more risks. Take more risks. Try to do anything. Just expose yourself to doing a whole lot of things. There was a time someone saw me and said, "Oh, I would teach you how to be a boxer." I was like, what? They're like, what? The only thing in my head was like getting my eyes punched. But now I'm looking at it like, okay, maybe if I had learned how to box, that would be an advantage because I would know how to properly defend myself, So it's not, so just learn anything learnable. I did learn, but I would have said just expose yourself more to a lot of things, peak. You never can tell what this would, help you with. You can also
what road it'll take you on. Yeah.
Expose yourself to other things, especially trying to do things outside your genre or the things that you normally do. Something's abstract.
Okay. All right. If you had to be anywhere in the world, where would you like to be and why?
Anywhere in the world right now.
Yeah. Anywhere in the world. Where would you be and why?
I would love to be in America because that's like where everything is tied to America. There's so much opportunities in America. It could be London though, but I think the tax is too much. The tax in London is too much.
Really?
And the tax is too much. But I feel, and London people sometimes, I don't know, but I think I'm more drawn to America. They're more open-minded. There's much opportunity. Everything is just tied around America. Even when you want to do your BMI, you just have to have an American account. If you want to do this. So everything is just tied to America. So even if you want to do your TikTok, you want to make money from your TikTok, you just need to have an American TikTok. Everything is just America.
Really?
Yep.
Because
don't get paid. Some countries don't get paid on TikTok.
Yeah.
Some countries don't get paid.
Did that happen recently? I mean, I'm here. That's why I don't really know. But I know people all over was getting paid at one time. So is it because of, I mean, I don't know if you know, but is it because of them selling it or?
Well, I don't know because what I understand is because most people are always looking for the UK TikTok or the American TikTok. It's either the UK TikTok or the American TikTok. So you have more exposure when you have the US TikTok or the UK TikTok.
Okay.
You have more exposure, you make more money. And the features are quite different. The country is limitation. But
Oh.
yeah, but when you have America, just like for example, you're having your American Netflix. Obviously, you have a lot of things to watch on Netflix.
Mm. True.
So yeah, so that's just it. So where else would you be if not America? Because everything is there. It's like they're favored.
It is, and it's the way that they have it too, you know. I mean, living here, a lot of people would live here, make the money because of the currency, and
Yeah,
then, go home and do what you got to do and build your house and all that type of stuff. But you have a lot of red tape here too, you know. There are people who wants to be artists, but I think it's so flooded. People tend to think it's super easy, but it's not. It's not that easy.
it's
I
not.
mean, it's a lot of things that you have to go through, but being that you already have a label and you're working with someone, that's three-quarters of the way already, where some people don't have a label to work with, so that's a plus. So when you have certain things, it works for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just that alone. So the only thing is just being in America would help you, facilitate a whole lot of things. But I feel that eh, you just have to make breakout in your hometown. But in respect to my kind of music, like I was talking to someone and he said, "Oh, if I was to manage you," it was way back in, like if I was to manage you, I would start promoting you from Ghana, Kenya, and other
Mm.
countries that can relate better with dancehall and reggae.
Mm.
So there's countries that they have, their major sound is reggae and dancehall. Or
Mm.
when I went to Haiti, that was when I really discovered dancehall. That's when I discovered Chris Martin's.
Mm.
And that's when I heard this is song, the one I will never cheat on my girlfriend, the Chris Martin song. I was like, wait, I haven't heard any of these songs before. So there are some countries that this is their genre. They mess with this genre every day. So
Mm.
that's why I think the song "Bad Condition" really did well in Haiti because they could relate with the dancehall and everything. So
Mm.
that's why when I run my ads on Instagram, I run my ads in those areas.
Oh, got you. For the areas that listen to your genre of music. Right. Right. That makes sense. What advice? So that's the end of my game. I'm going back to my questions. Thank you very much for if I remember any other, because usually I base it on the artist, depending, but you had some pretty dope
Yeah.
questions. Actually, I mean answers. I actually had one more. If you had to serve yourself as a plate of food, what would be on your plate?
Serve myself as a plate of food.
Usually ask in different ways, but I think that's the best way. That came to my head. So, what would you be? Or if you okay, let's say it this way. If you had to be, I mean, it's basically the same thing. If you had to be food, what would you be?
What would you be?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be what a messy food. Like just imagining myself as food.
Okay,
uh,
let me give you an
maybe
example, right? I told someone, and this is just off the top of my head, because I like
yeah,
food, like,
yeah,
being from Trinidad and stuff. And we have
yeah,
so many different types of food. So I said, roti is soft, my skin is soft, so I'll be roti. Curry is tasty, but it's tasty to people who have taste.
yeah,
And what else I like? Like we like Sunday lunch, like macaroni pie and stew chicken and all that type of stuff. But I I I did a whole eclectic taste of food because of the type of person I am. I'm very eclectic when it comes to music and taste of different things.
yeah.
So that would have been me.
Okay. So in that regard, I would say I am jollof rice.
Mm.
and chicken, because one, rice, everybody knows rice, so I'm relatable with my kind of music or whatever I do. And people love rice. You just have to, you can't just miss having rice in a week 2 times or 3 times. So I see myself as, people would love to, consume my music more of the times. And it's tasty with the curry as well. So I am tasty in my kind of music because, I try to make sure that the melodies are nice. And then when you, listen, or in terms of eating with jollof rice, I love
it. See how easy that was?
And then you want to eat more. And then being now that, jollof rice everybody wants to have jollof rice now. So I'm just that thing that just been there and then been discovered, and then everybody just want to have. So
yeah,
the new discovery.
That's dope. I'll take that. All right, so we'll take a quick break. I want to play some more of Kirz music, and we'll be right back. All right, thank you for tuning in. Keep it locked. Oh, could you give them your handles again one more time?
Okay, so what song are we playing now?
Anyone you want.
Let's play Champion. Let's play Champion.
Champion? Okay, yeah. Champion it is.
Okay, so don't forget, my name is Kirz, Kirz, and my handle on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all social media handle is the same thing, at Kirz Music, KIRZMUZIK.
Awesome. You take it away. We'll be right back. Keep it up.
Right.
Them know say me a champion for real. Call me daddy young Jamela. Them know me I come from the gutter. You already know, yeah. Them know say me a champion for real. Call me daddy young Jamela. Me I come for the pounds and the dollar. You already know, yeah. Say me want live me life, me know. But the bottles hold on me, and me want party all night long. Yeah. Say me want live me life, me know. Say me want party all night long, and me a party boy, them know. Say me want feel like Nelson Mandela. Say me can come wine and a bella. The boys want party fi willa. Say me a want spray up me cheddar. Say me want feel like Nelson Mandela. Say me can come wine and a bella. The boys want party fi willa. The case by me see me young Mela. Them know say me a champion for real. Call me daddy young Jamela. Them know me I come from the gutter. You already know, yeah. Them know say me a champion for real. Call me daddy young Jamela. Me I come for the pounds and the dollar. You already know, yeah.
Winning the Def Beat Killer contest in 2017. Walk us through that briefly, through that day.
Okay, first thing, the contest was for rappers, and I saw it was an Instagram thing. They dropped a beat, you vibe to it to make a video, and then you post on your page, and then he reposts, and then people start voting based on likes and views. Okay, so I saw it was a rappers thing, so I just said, well, I just found dancehall. Let's try and do dance or something different,
Yeah.
That's what I did. I posted it, and everybody was like, "Yay, this is different!" And then everybody forgot the part that it was for rappers. Started vibing to the likes were coming in.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's at the end of the day. He picked 4 winners in no particular order. He picked 3 rappers and then me. So
nice, very good. You see how you can make a difference? It doesn't matter. You can make a difference with something, just believe in yourself and just jump right in.
Yeah, so it just turned out to be, okay, yeah, it was him. And after that, he said, okay, because the prize was to record your own song. So we went to the studio. I had most of the guys there, but one of the girl, she couldn't come because she was leaving far. She had exams in school, so she couldn't come. So it was just the studio. I recorded my song, And fortunately, one of the legends in music, Nigerian music, but he's late now. His name is Sound. And he was in the studio. He came in the studio when I just finished recording my chorus for Bad Condition. And then he came to see Dog Death. So Dog Death just stepped out. And then he was like, yo, is this your song? I said, yes. Like, oh, this is good. And then we took pictures.
Nice.
Took pictures. And then, yeah, no, people, we talk. I think I realized he gave me his manager's number. And then the manager sent me the photos. So we didn't talk that much because he was like, well, if you want to do anything, you have to pay money. And so that was what the manager said. But I recorded Back Condition. Everybody had their songs. And then I was pushing my own song. And then that's how I met the DJ in Haiti. He started playing my songs, and then I realized that I think this sound can travel.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. How did the industry start treating you differently after the win? Or did they start treating you different after the win?
Well, after the win, everything changed. Because it was just a new me. Because people, why it's like, Kirz, this is different. Like we used to know you when you used to do this type of music, and now you're doing, your voice has changed. It's become a little bit rugged.
That's what they said.
Yeah, it's a little bit rugged. Well, I think this is what I want to do, I think this is what I really want to do. And then fuse it with my R&B knowledge, and then you can see that in play with Gold Digger. Gold Digger has a twist of R&B, spice of R&B, and then we have the dancehall, and then with beats, Afro beats, and a touch of dancehall. So it's just infusions.
Yeah.
More like a chemical reaction.
At least you found like how your friend said, your was it your label? Was it your label? No. When your friend was saying find that you're hiding.
Okay, yeah. It was the Dog Death. It was when I was recording back. It was when I got there because I got there first.
Yeah.
So I had the time to spend with him, talk to him, and I said, "Oh, this is my fear. I'm sounding like someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know, style to put out and stand out and be unique." And then that's how you had freestyle. I did all top different type of freestyle. Were like, oh, it's good, but this is not you.
Yeah.
And then I had to bring out that thing that's inside me that I am scared of not bringing. Okay. And then that's what I did, patois, dancehall, reggae vibe. And he said, yes, this is what I'm looking for. And that's what gave birth to the song Bad Condition.
Nice. But why were you afraid of that one particular thing? Did you feel like people won't accept you if you...
Because, yes, it's Nigeria. And people are used to full Afrobeat. Doing this, and then some people sound, and then people were like, okay, he's Jamaican. Even recently, after releasing the international album, my boss were talking, and then he was Googling my name, and he wanted to see what AI thought of me. And when one of the songs, AI said, Kirz released international album, and Kirz is Jamaican. I'm like, what?
What?
He said, even the AI thinks you're Jamaican. I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
See. So, people will be like, okay, in terms of originality, people will feel like not being original. Because you're from Nigeria, you should be doing more Afrobeat, I'm like, and then the funny thing is, start from the beginning of this whole music thing in Nigeria, we had lots of dancehall and reggae artists talking about people like Rasky Mono, and there's this guy that did Send Down the Rain. Oh, and get it up. No, what to do? Send down the rain. He's Nigerian. And he actually went international. I think he got signed with some big United States radio label. And I think he just was using substances and then he couldn't control himself. So, and then other people too. And then there's this guy, Blackie. Blackie did one of my favorite reggae songs, Girl, I Wanna Dance. Rosie, you wanna have a dance. Rosie, can I have just a dance? Rosie, I love that song so much. And I like this is Nigeria. These are Nigerians doing reggae.
See?
There's so much. But now, the new people are just doing, Afro, and they're forgetting that, to be honest, Jamaicans, Nigerians are not different people. They're the same.
The same.
Because you can just say, when Jamaicans do their DNA, to find their roots, they discover that they're, from West Africa. 70% of them have, the lineage, the West African lineage, and then specifically Nigeria, Nigeria, Ghana. So now you can just say that these people are Nigerians or Ghanaians who have been shipped up in a slave ship all the way to the Caribbean. And then the synonymous thing is that they're making reggae music. We're doing Afrobeats.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
They're doing music.
Yeah.
The same people. And then if the patois is similar to Pidgin English. Like you say, Mawango.
Yeah, we say, how do we say it? I wanna go.
I wanna go. Yeah.
I wanna go. It depends.
I wanna go. Then go, and then Jamaicans will always put me, Mawango.
Yeah, me wago.
And then in Pidgin English, we will say, I want go. It's the same Pidgin English.
Same, yeah.
And then they say uno. Uno one no.
Yeah, Jamaicans say it.
Jamaicans. Yeah. And in Nigeria, uno means you.
Yep.
Or we say in Pidgin English, una. You people, you want to know? So it's similar.
Same. But you see, they've divided us though. That's the thing. They've divided us because even with Caribbeans, some people say, don't say you're Caribbean. You know, you're still African, you're still from certain regions, but they tend to declassify us or put us and make us feel that we're not Africans,
That's just the thing. But we're all the same. We like the same. We do the same things.
True.
So that's just, they don't know. So that's just the fight, the whole thing. Oh, he's doing this. He's not trying to be real.
Yeah.
I think it's because they don't know how to market the songs. So they already know what they know. And someone told me that a big promoter in Haiti, when I went there, he told me a lot of people will listen to your songs and then they'll be like, wow, you're good. But the problem is they don't know what to do with it. So that's just the problem. They don't know what to do with it. They love it. They want it. They would like to do whatever, but they don't actually know
what to do with it. And that can hamper you if they don't know what to do with it, where to put it, where to market it.
They don't even know where to put it. So how are they going to make it work? You can just get signed to a Nigerian label. At the end of the day, they tell you, oh, Kirz, you obviously didn't make money for us because you're doing what we can push. And then
I guess you gotta know where you're marketable, like how your friend was telling you, I can put you here, I can put you there and stuff like that. You could, or some people just put it in certain places. Like the good thing about social media, it'll show you the places that it's playing,
Yeah.
The same way how it'll show you the times of what's the best time to play. But I know the reason why it's like that is because I used to stay up late at night. So my times would be 4, 6, 8, 9. And the later it is, the more people are viewing. And of course,
Yeah.
with females, you'll get more male watching and certain age groups and certain
Mhm.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like me, I always post 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
7 a.m. Nigerian time. So
Mm-hmm.
7 a.m. time is 3 a.m. my time.
Oh,
So
okay.
I would set it. I would schedule the post for 3 a.m. my time. So once
Okay.
it's 7 a.m. Nigerian time, it pops up. So that's the first thing you see, 7 a.m.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So that's,
Yeah.
and then you get more engagement because people are just waking up with their phones, and that's the first thing that pops up.
True, true. I saw that because when I made my post, I was like, you know what? I'm not waiting until 12. I'm gonna do 8 o'clock when people either now reach into work or head into work for the 9 to 5ers. And then it kept on being engaged and it got more engaged around 12. And I didn't check it back as yet.
Yeah.
You get notifications and stuff like that. So I wanted to ask you this. How did your fan base evolve once your music crossed borders?
Oh, it it grew
Mm-hmm.
because I have I have people like when I make posts, I see people who constantly like, view, comment. You
Mm-hmm.
get consistency, and then you can tell, oh, this person is highly engaging. Whenever you post, it's like they have a post notification turned on, and
Mm-hmm.
then they're already there. Yeah. So it's growing, and it has grown. And now that I noticed where you can run ads on TikTok, and not just on the app, you have the TikTok business where you can run the ads,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it helps because I can, with my region, me in Brazil here, I can run ads and show it in Nigeria and in Kenya because those are the two countries that's speaking English that in my region for Brazil. So
Good.
that's America. So once I post it there and target those areas, I can get people who would actually watch,
Mm-hmm.
like, and comment. Yeah. And then I can also go back and thank them for liking, thank them for commenting. And then we also, create that relationship because they now get engaged, they want to talk to you. You can easily tell them to repost and then they can make videos for you. You have a one-on-one conversation. It's like you're talking to your fans and building the friendship from them.
Yeah, yeah. That's great. Working with producers tied to Popcorn and Vibes Cartel is major. What did you learn from those experiences?
Uh, what I learned is working with big people would help you put you, you know, in big rooms.
True.
Big,
You always say work with people smarter than you or have people
yeah,
around you that are smarter than you.
way smarter than you, or maybe have achieved more than you have, or maybe you have, gained a lot of experience in the music sector. Because working with him, I was privileged to meet Popcorn. And it was like, okay, one day you work with somebody, then somebody you adore, you have it in your mind that you don't even know when you're gonna see this guy. You're just gonna see him on TV and then read about him. And then you just see him one day, like, and he mentions your name. Yo, Kirz, what go on there? So bad, what go on? So like, what? Say, there's a Jaboot artist. This is Kirz. I was like, wow, like
You're
it's
amazed.
working with the right people, people
Yeah.
who working with the right people are good, and also not just working with people who have made it or who are big, also working with talented people because I also like to grow with people, to grow with my people because I saw an interview with Reggae as a dancehall artist, and he
Mm-hmm.
said the mistake he made was he didn't grow with his people. He just and then started making friends, and then he started meeting the wrong people. But if he was growing, like, okay, I have my young producer who's at, doing his best, and then he's evolving, and we are both growing, then you have somebody at the tip of your fingers that you can just call and say, hey, bro, let's do this. And then he can do it well because now over the years he has known your sound, and then he knows what you want, and nobody can do it better than him. You get? So you have to grow with real people, not fake people. And that's the industry. People are out to benefit from you. People are out to use you. So you just have to know who is there for using you or who just wants to just hang around because you are the rave of the moment.
Interesting. Interesting. Huh. So you upcoming artists, you guys, these are some gems that they're dropping. And the reason why I ask these questions is because, they say experience is the best teacher, and for a lot of the artists that I interview, the experiences that they have, you never know, they might be able to answer some of your questions or enlighten you in some of these aspects, And then too, when you hear them speaking, you never know, you could reach out to them and ask them some more questions. They might have some enlightening gems to drop as well, How do African and Caribbean audiences respond differently to your music?
The Caribbean people get it like this. Because it's their sound.
Yeah.
And they think you're one of them. And then when they come to your page and they see Nigerian boy with Caribbean vibe, they be like, what up? Him Nigerian. And then I was having this interview with Spliffy. She owns a radio. It was like, Kaz, I think you have a grandma in Jamaica because I think your parents them both Nigerian, but your granny is Jamaican because I listen to your songs and I'm like, this boy Jamaican.
That's why AI thinking you're Jamaican.
They just think I'm Jamaican. Even AI thinks I'm Jamaican.
So that's what I'm saying. Even AI thinking you're Jamaican. All right. So signing with Martini Records in Chicago. What made you trust that move?
Okay. It's Manatee Records.
Yeah.
So at the point where he contacted me, I was in like it was a bad time for me because I was splitting. Every day you think, oh, I'm not making progress. Should I stop this? Or should I just go take a normal regular job and just focus on the regular job, or take more than 3 jobs and just focus on, working and making the money, or extra course or something? That was still on my mind. And then he just called like, yo, what's up? Because when I sent him a message on Instagram, he was like, he wasn't working with African artists right now. So then when he DM'd back, he was like, yo, I started working with African artists, so let's work. And I was like, okay. At first, I thought it was just like distribution. Yeah, I was like, okay, let's use a different distributor who's going to actually, make a difference. I just saw his works. I shared with you his works, with other artists. There are 1 million streams on different platforms. I was like, even if I have 1 million streams, at least it's something for me. Other than having like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000.
Yeah.
Is a step. And I did get my 1 million streams on Boomplay for Gold Digger. So that was, it was a dream come true.
Of course. A huge accomplishment.
It was like in 4 months, and then like, you have your first 1 million streams. Like, wow. real nice. So with him, I just said it was a leap of faith. I was like, God, this thing is here. Let's just do it. And then I have Gold Digger. Gold Digger was a song that, even the popcorn producer wanted the song, but I was skeptical. Like, I can't just give the song out.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was going to be pushed properly. Yeah. And then when he came, I'm like, just give it out. I think I made the right decision. I did make the right decision.
So
It's
wait,
not-
I missed one thing. Not to cut you off. Well, continue before I didn't want to cut you off.
Okay, so it was just the right time. I think it's the right time. I made that decision. He just like, oh, let's work. I'm like, okay, let's see where this decision takes me to. And then I was thinking like a distribution thing. Before it was like, okay, let's pay for radio airplays. I'm like, hey, nah, I ain't got that money to pay.
Oh, but I thought labels pay for distribution all that. So I didn't know you pay out of your own pocket.
No. Yeah, not like because they also have Manatee has their own distribution platform called Grega. Yeah, Grega. So Grega is the distribution platform. So and then it was like, okay, let's go pay. We have to pay for the radio airplays, have DJs play your song. And I was like, okay. He introduced me to a DJ. And they're like in Nigeria. I said, so we're gonna work with him. And then he sent the first, budget out to him. Then playing in different clubs. We did like a giveaway, have the billboards for Gold Digger all over Lagos. And then people could see my big face on the billboard. I'm like, wow, really? So I didn't know it was going to, come to that, spending that kind of money, because I just thought it was. And then it became like, we're family, let's do this. Yeah. And every time he gives me the opportunity, even with the album, he gave me the freedom to do whatever I wanted to do. That whole creative license, freedom, creativity freedom. Just to do what you want to do. And, just be creative. He didn't say, oh, this is this, limit you. No. Do what you want. And then he would listen to the songs and it was like, I like it. So, and that's just it. He's a fan of the song. Everybody loves the song. And then he's introducing me to the whole Bailey's community in the United States. Everybody's talking about Kirz. Who is this? And then I got my first, on the billboard. At Gold Digger on I think it was a DJ mix selection. It featured on the billboard as well. So Gold Digger was there. And also this year I'm also having So Many Men on one of the albums. I think it should be distributed. It should be distributed by Sony Music. I don't know.
Sony Music?
Yeah, Sony Music. Okay. So one of the mixes will be distributed. It features songs from what's the name of this artist? Who's this artist? Sean Paul. Has songs from Sean Paul. This guy Sean Kingston. And funny enough, my song is number 1 on the album.
Oh, nice.
That's the first song on the album.
Well, congratulations all round, all round.
So I did make a right decision, working with the label. So it's been nice.
Yeah, that was right. But what I didn't get, I was gonna ask you, did you reach out to him first, or he reached out to you first? He had sent you the DM, or you had met him and then he answered?
The Corona period, I was sending a bunch of DMs to everybody, sent to sent to everybody.
Okay.
In a networking timing. So then he replied, you like, oh, I'm not working with African artists right now. Okay. And that was it. And then after Corona, Then later on, I'm in Brazil because then I was in Dominican Republic. And then now I'm in Brazil. He reached out like, yo, what's up? Let's work. What?
Oh, that's why. So he catch you off guard. He was ready to work.
Already forgot. Like, I don't know. I was just doing my normal networking, and then he was like, yo, let's work. And I just sent me, because he said, just send me a couple of songs. And he was just listening. I'm like, okay, let's work. And we'll be working since then.
Yeah, your time came. That's beautiful. I like that. What's one industry lesson you learned the hard way? You could summarize it.
Industry lesson. I don't know if I've learned any industry lesson because nobody has tried to rip me off yet.
Knock on wood.
Nobody has tried to rip me off yet. But I just is the first deal I wanted to sign. It was really, there's too much things, too much words in the contract that could, in a way pull you down, make you in the contract. They had them spelling my name in the way they wanted to, and then if I wasn't with the label, they're gonna take the name.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's like taking you in itself. Like if they build you, they taking you away, Yeah. And that's another thing that I wanted to ask you. Like currently now, do you own your own masters? Like people will give you creative rights, but it's like, do you own your own masters at the end of the day? And are you supposed to I mean, if it's too personal, you can let me know. Are you supposed to like some people contract would be like you have to make 10 songs before you could leave or 20 songs before you could leave, and they have to be hits or something.
Okay. So the thing is, there's nothing like an official contract.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like what he said, let's work.
That's nice.
And that's like I said, I didn't imagine that, he was going to be paying for this because I didn't get a contract to say, oh, sign this.
Yeah. Okay.
So for my particular contract, you would think that it's more like, an A&R thing. So he's working with me, trying to source for a bigger label who can better push the songs.
Okay.
So that's what you might think it is, or you might say, oh, this is a management deal. He's your manager. You get. You can call it. But the thing is, it's something that is just working mutually.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is the follow-up to the very first time that we had the interview and stuff like that. So, I mean, as I said before, I see your growth. You've come a long way from where you were before. And congratulations in everything that you do. And I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. All the best. So, no problem. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to play a couple of your mixes, right? Play a couple of songs. I'm going to play Gold Digger and a couple others. Let's go back and come forward.
Okay, let's go back and then
we're going to go back and come forward. And then we'll be right back. So keep it locked. Give them your handles again so everybody would know where to see you on your social medias.
Okay. So what up, people? It's your boy Kirz, that Nigerian boy with a Caribbean vibe. The Kirz is spelled Kirz. You can catch me on all social media on the same handle, Kirz Music, KIRZMUZIK. Simple. Social media, everything, same handle. TikTok, WhatsApp. if there's a handle on WhatsApp, I don't know. But you catch me everywhere, same handle.
See, me not a go to go come fail up, Say me na cave, you got diamonds and pearl, girl. Stop, me not a go, they go come for your love, girl. Baby, say me na cave, your father president, are you? Say me I come for your love, girl. Tell me what that's all night long, girl. Say me I there for your love, girl. Say me not care what come, girl. Me only live a twist for your love, girl. Cause me I want him more, girl. Baby, alright, girl. Say, the boys say me I come for your money. Them know me a bad and you dirty. Yeah, me a party boy. And you a party girl, them know ya. Wind that body, make your back it on me. Kids are bad and you know that, girl. I know you hear me sound on the
To
radio.
a regular scheduled program. Table Talk.
I've heard a couple of people talk about gatekeeping, and some artists also complain about, being in being in formal labels and then having problems with their bosses because of some things, and then they don't play the songs on radio. Even if they themselves take the songs to the radio, the boss instructed the radio stations not to accept his record. And then I also have one of the artists, I think his name is Brimo, in Nigeria. He's not getting airplays because he had a problem. He went out of the label. According to the news, he was supposed to be promoted, and then some other artist was promoted, so he was waiting for too long, and then didn't get what he was supposed to, and then he opted out. So it was a law case back and forth, and still having problems. I think you can call it a shadow ban. Shadow ban. So not much people are listening to his songs.
Oh no.
It happens like that. But I think with this day and age, you have TikTok, because TikTok is no respecter of godfatherism or whatever nepotism you have in store.
Yeah, true. The only thing I don't like, and I mean, it's understandable, right? But I've seen where if I'm putting a picture or I'm doing something that is not about my business, thousands of people would watch it. Like we've had a video that went viral where I'm literally dancing, right? My daughter and I were dancing and stuff. And as soon as I put up something about business, so I mention my name, I only get 100 views. So that's the only thing I don't like about, let's say, Instagram, Facebook. And I've seen a movie where they actually control how many people could see, and if they see on a specific date, and I know some of those places are like money making because they want you to pay in order to get the views. Now, paying to get views, sometimes you get some of those AI characters where it's not real people, So it have its pros and its cons when it comes to social media. Yeah.
It does. And then that's why people say, oh, you can just don't be too serious with your content, because you can do something silly and then it blows up.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Do something silly. And it happens like that, except when you want to run the ads.
Yeah.
But I still think that, some people still, no matter how the TikTok tries to be free and fair, quote unquote, free and fair. Some people, you get restricted in a certain kind of way, because, to be honest, I run ads on TikTok, and then I run viral ads, but it would get you lots of views, and can just have like 3% comments.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they would say, oh, it needs to be engaging. Someone watch a 45-second video would like it with favorite. You would favorite, share, and you wouldn't comment.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I've had where I've seen people view it, like it, and they have no followers.
Yeah, yes, that one too. They don't even,
Yeah.
they just have reposts. They repost on
Mm,
yeah.
so I mean, as I say, it have its pros and its cons. If you just want, eh,
It's a business, it's a business place. They just want you to pay for,
yeah, yeah. I guess
what you
you really have. I mean, what I like about it, sometimes what they do is, I mean, they do this where they'll show you how to increase your views, where you fall short, So they have the business side of it where you could go and watch videos and all that stuff and engage you and all that. But the only thing I don't like is when the views are not real people or dummy profiles.
Well, sometimes I think you can say 50% are not real, or let's say
Yeah.
30% not real.
Mm,
30% are not real. Let's just put it that way. It's a 30% are not real, and then you have
yeah.
70%. But the reason why I like TikTok is when I run the ads there, you tend to get, you spend a little amount of money, and depending on the video,
Yeah.
like when for ads on Champion, it had like 15,000 likes.
Mm. Oop.
Likes. I was like, wait a minute. 15,000 likes. That's a whole lot of, people.
It is.
And then yeah, he didn't have, he had just
No
5%
comments.
comments. How would you
I
have
know it's
15,000
weird.
likes?
It's
And
really
then,
weird,
and then you
you
have
know.
like 35,000 views.
Yeah. Huh.
35,000, almost 40,000 views. And have 15,000 likes. And then no
And
comment.
3 comments. People
Well,
are just shy, I guess. It's weird.
some people, if it's Instagram, I would understand because Instagram
Mm,
people are their comments. People are
true.
stingy. They could like, they wouldn't comment. They wouldn't even share. Even to reshare the new button reshare, they won't even do
They
that.
wouldn't do it. It's true. And the same thing goes with my picture, right? Sometimes they would say, don't, um, don't pay if you want to just like get likes on a picture or something like that, right? But people are only liking pictures and not business. People would comment on your pictures more than your business, you know? Yeah.
They're just there for the entertainment part of it. It's just entertainment. And they will
Yeah.
only promote entertaining things,
Yep.
comedy,
Silly
laugh.
ones too sometimes. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
say the lousy ones.
Mm.
The
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen
lousy ones.
that.
Yeah. And then even
Unbelievable.
even the music they promote, it can
Hmm.
you might cry when you listen.
Yeah. All kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow. Next
Projected.
time.
Or let's say 2 years, if 5 years is too long. What are some of your goals where you'd be like, okay, Nick, this is where I could see myself. Now that I've reached a certain plateau, this is where I'd like to see myself in the next year or two.
I see myself, having my own tour, maybe London or maybe the US or maybe
Mm,
some having my own tour, getting to know the fans, interact with them, making fans as well. You try
yeah.
to do tours and then, get some awards, maybe reggae awards, or, it could be a Grammy nomination, which might be coming this year. uh, and then, maybe relocating from Brazil,
Mm,
and then focusing on doing the music, just focusing on doing the music, not
yeah.
thinking about, oh, let's do this. No, now just focusing on the music, making sure that
Mm,
we're doing this full time. So that's just what I want to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope. That's really dope. At least you have a projected focus of where you want to be, and it's something that you enjoy doing, you know? Do you have any advice, any further advice for up and coming artists? Whether it be do's or don'ts, or just some type of advice?
Yeah, I think this is already overflowed, but no matter how much overflowed it is, some people still need to hear it. Your family members are not your fans.
True, and your friends are not your fans either.
Your fans either.
Mm,
Your fans are strangers.
yeah.
They will start off as strangers and then might end up becoming family when you get to meet them. You get it. So don't feel bad when you play a song to your family members and they be like, "Hmm." Don't be discouraged.
Uh-huh.
A prophet is not accepted in his hometown. So don't feel discouraged.
Yeah.
Just keep finding new people to like your songs.
Mm-hmm.
If you just feel like, okay, in 3 months, like run ads, get to engage with these people. If someone likes your post, you send them a message, say, oh, thank you for liking my post. And then they better get to know you. They'll get to know you, and then they would stay. Because once you start having that conversation with them, they would stay. But if you just let them like your post and then go about their way, they might not come back the next time. But once you have a conversation with them, they already are attached to you. So they have no option but to keep liking your post. So now you have the right to share your post to them 2 million times. They won't get offended. Because you guys already.
Yeah, tag. Yeah. I think people feel special when you do that. Yeah.
You just have to remind them let them know that you always remember them whenever you're making the post because you actually want them to see it. And them seeing it is a delight for you. Just like when I make my post, I want you to see it. That's why I tag you. I said, please, I want you to see it. That's why I send it to you specially, because I want you to see it. Amongst other people who see it, I really want you to see it. That makes you special in my career. So, and that's how they feel as well. And just network with people, try and feature people, be featured on people's songs. Don't act too big because you're not big. You can never be big enough. Even though you're like Davido, there's still people who Davido wants to be like.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
So you can never be that big because you always have people who are there before you. You understand? But you can be big though. But you always have people who you respect.
Yeah, exactly.
So just be humble. One, be humble. And don't always put yourself in the box. Just like what I used to do and say, oh, I'm trying to make this music. Am I sure my people will accept me? Meanwhile, there are other people in different countries who are waiting for this music.
Mm-hmm.
So if these people don't like this movies, this your song, move. Move.
Somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah.
Just go where you're celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have 100 people who love your music and they comment and like your post all the time, that is you have 100 people seated at your show. That's just
Yeah. That's what they say. They say love those that love you. And now I get it even more. Love those that love you. Yeah. Before I used to be like, if you don't love somebody, how are you gonna, how's that gonna happen? But I get it now. Yeah. Because sometimes you tend to put more attention to those who are not really putting attention to you because you want them to like you so much. But you already have your audience, so give them the attention that they're asking for,
Because at the end of the day, the people who you're trying to impress will come around only when this new fan base are speaking of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like people just love to follow the crowd. They can, when everything's all set, the table is done. But during the cooking time, nobody's there. When the table is all set for Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's when they're falling in.
Yeah.
And celebrate with you when everything's all done. So they're not there at the beginning. So don't bother about family and friends not liking you when you started. They're not the priority now. They will come later.
Exactly. I wanna thank you again for gracing my show, to coming on here, singing a cappella, and just being you, and just being open, not being a gatekeeper. And as I say, I'm super proud of you, where you've reached now, and I continue to wish you success. And I'm always reposting and tagging and all that stuff, which is great.
Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you for having me here. Of course, it's your boy Kirz, and of course, it's that same. Me not a go, they go come for your love, girl. Say me not care if you got diamonds and pearl, girl. Say me I come for your love, girl. Say me when it's all night long, girl. Say me I there for your love, girl. Say me not care what come, girl. Me only with tweets for your love, girl. Cause me I want him more, girl. Baby, all night long.
Keep it locked, everyone. We're gonna play some of his music at the end. Make sure and repost, tag, send him a message, let him know how you feel, and keep it locked to Table Talk Show. There's more to come. 2026, new year, new music, new everything. Right?
Yeah. Please like, comment, follow me on Instagram. If you send me a DM and you're listening to me here, you say, "Oh, Kaz, I heard you on Nikki G's show," I will definitely reply to you because you're family.
Super dope. So keep it locked. Thank you, everyone, and see you later.
Sign out.
Love is just a game that she plays to make her leave that girl alone. My heart is made of stone. Say the heart is made of stone. Yeah, love is just a game that she plays to make her leave that girl alone. My heart is made of stone. Oh yeah, you already know. Oh yeah, oh yeah, God, yeah. Oh yeah. Remember when we were struggling, walking by my side. Let's talk about the nightmares. Mommy was sober. So many things I see, so many tears I cried. Deep in my heart and deep in my soul. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh no, no, no. They try to break me but me push through. Every scar me I carry, and with me pain like me pride, yeah. They try to fight me but me fight back. They try to pray me this move. Them said chops my way but just set me loose. Me know me dark days are over. Them like Goliath, me and David one stone and them I say so many men, oh Lord. Them I wish that by me, till my heart and see. Oh Lord, but me a day so many men. Them I wish bad by me, but till my heart and see. Oh Lord, but me a day
Blast this! Welcome to Table Talk with Nikki G the Voice, where we bring to you highlights of entrepreneurs, leaders, organizers, and much more.
Cross the finish line, I'll be coming back.
broad spectrum of professionals, including chefs, artists, designers, musicians, and much, much more. Our show is a new brand of talk shows where we educate, bring transparency, and last but not least, fun. Table Talk. Get ready for our seasons, a roller coaster of emotions, all wrapped into one. Caribbean style. We'll cover our Caribbean roots as well, so keep it locked. Welcome to Table Talk. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and iTunes.